Listen here, America. It's time to pummel your muffin tops. That's right. We're gonna whip your mushalita body into shape with Bitchin' Bootycamp Extreme! Woo! For brunch, egg white caramelized onion and fig jam sandwiches. Sounds good? I don't care, 'cause you're eating it! For dinner, a lean turkey and butter bean cassoulet. You like that? You better, Pashqua, 'cause you're eating it! For dessert, carrot cupcakes with a low-fat cream cheese frosting. Intrigued? Of course you are! Sounds like a pretty unique recipe, no? The spice agent yaps about pectin!
Nadia, I'm afraid.
Don't be afraid. Panos talks turkey. What the fork? Hans gives us the goods on butterfat.
Not all fats are created equal.
I'm Nadia G, and you're watching Bitchin' Bootycamp Extreme! Deedle, deedle. Let's face it, I'm ripped. But it wasn't always this way. One glass of wine used to cut it, huh? Today, we're throttling your beer gut with lean dishes, debunking diet myths, and last but not least, grabbing life by the bra strap and giving it a wedgie. This last part's just for fun. We'll start with a healthy sandwich I love to eat twice a week. Egg whites with caramelized onions and homemade fig jam. First, the caramelized onions, because they take forever to cook. Heat a non-stick pan on medium. And scaff in 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. Always measure your fats. There's 14 grams of fat in 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Drizzle, drizzle, and before you know it, you've scoffed a day's worth of fat and you haven't even chewed any solids yet. Whatever you do, don't eyeball it. Now, slice 3 red onions into half-inch slices. Ah! Just kidding. Caramelized onions are king when you're dieting. They're super low in fat, super cheap, and make anything taste gourmet. So make a few extra. Keep them in the fridge. Throw them in the pan. Try and separate them a bit. Add a 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt and saute for 10 minutes. Good. Now turn the heat down to medium-low and shuffle them around for about 35-40 minutes until they're shriveled and have a deep amber color. Onto our fig jam. Now making jam may sound complicated, but it's super easy, especially if you call it rustic jam. Grab a pot and turn the heat to medium-low. Scaff in a 1/4 cup of water and a pound of fresh fruit. We're using ripe sweet figs. Add a 1/4 cup of raw sugar and about a teaspoon's worth of fresh lemon zest. Give it a good stir. And let it simmer for about 45 minutes, 1 hour until it's nice and thick. See? Too easy. What's complicated is making that jiggly jam with pectin powder. And here's the spice agent with his report.
Thank you, Nadia. Pectin powder is not really a spice, it's an additive. But I'll take what I can get. It's used in jams and marmalades to give it that extra trunk-in-the-junk consistency. And the process goes a little something like this. First, they dry citrus. Then they scald it in hot acid. And if that wasn't enough, they filter it and concentrate it in a vacuum with ethanol and isopropanol. And for what? For nothing. You can find pectin in lemon peels. I don't know about you, Nadia, but me, I'm a simple manic depressive. I like to eat things I can pronounce, like pasta, burger, dagim mituganim, levavot of, and pizza.
Thanks,
יחזקאל מזרחי.
When we get back, we're gonna finish this sandwich and scoff on Bitchin' Bootycamp Extreme! It's a bit underwhelming, this thing, huh? Reminds me of the Stonehenge and Spinal Tap. Welcome back to Bitchin' Bootycamp Extreme! That's good. Makes it more dramatic. Good, good. Deciding to get in shape can be scary, though. Have you ever sat there late at night watching workout infomercials, feeling alone, sweaty, and enraged? If so, you should really talk to someone. Come on. But if you're looking to drop a few pounds to rock some slutty jeggings, this episode's for you. Now our caramelized onions are pretty much done. Our fig jam is reduced beautifully. We're just one egg white frittata away from stuffing our faces like a baby snow leopard. A ravenous baby snow leopard. Heat a non-stick pan on medium. Add a teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil and use a paper towel to grease the pan and remove the excess. See? You need barely any oil with non-stick. It's fantastic. Fantastic. Now, who writes this crap?
You.
Oh. In a bowl, crack 2 egg whites and beat them up. Into the pan it goes. Add a pinch of piment d'Espelette. If you can't pronounce it, you can always use hot chili flakes, some freshly cracked pepper, and cook until opaque. Now let's talk bread. A dirty word when you're dieting. But the fact is, bread can be good for you if it's good bread. Here, I've got a gorgeous flaxseed loaf, but feel free to experiment with any kind of whole grain bread you like. Just stay away from the white stuff. I can hear moms complaining right now, but the kids love white bread. But never mind what the kids love. They eat boogers, not exactly gourmands. Toast it up. Slather our toast with a tablespoon of rustic fig jam, a tablespoon of caramelized onion, slap on our egg white omelet, and serve with a salad of arugula and blueberries. We'll top it off with a light maple balsamic dressing. Add a teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil, teaspoon of aged balsamic, and half a teaspoon of maple syrup. Shake it up to emulsify. Eat it in which way? Our sweet figs and caramelized onions, these lacy egg whites and hearty bread. And the salad makes me want to show you my bites! Look at this! Like a beast, like a beast. Dinner time. We're making a turkey and butter bean cassoulet. Now, cassoulet is usually made with fatty duck, sausage, and totally different beans. Technicalities. Heat 2 tablespoons of canola oil in a pan on medium-high. Here, I've got 4 turkey drumsticks. We're gonna dress them up. A big pinch of paprika, lots of freshly cracked pepper, and no more than a 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt per leg. I'm gonna give my hands a quick rinse. And massage it in. You wanna hear a fun fact? And by fun, I mean really depressing. You're supposed to consume no more than 1,500 milligrams of sodium per day. A 1/4 teaspoon of salt has 500 milligrams. I'm not an expert at math, but if there's one thing I know how to count, it's money. Big, big. Woo! I'm a mess. Now that our oil is nice and hot, we're gonna pan-sear these for a couple of minutes until they're golden and crispy. Woo! While this gets going, here's Panos to tell us more about turkey.
Thanks, Nads. Turkey can be a dry bird, bro, but not the legs. That dark meat is juicy, tender, and only has 13 grams of fat per leg. Not bad. Not bad.
Thanks, Panos. Yeah, look at the color on those legs, huh?
Oh, Nads. A little soft tanner goes a long way. Huh?
When we get back, we'll finish this turkey cassoulet, yap a bit about ridiculous exercise equipment, and scoff in a unitard.
Props didn't find one.
Oh, I brought my own. Shpak. Today on Bitchin' Kitchen, we're cooking up super low-fat recipes that bite you right in the cankle and shake it. Bite. But healthy eating aside, the hardest part of getting into shape is exercising. That's why I have a personal trainer. Man, I'm so lazy I can't even cancel appointments. What? Don't look at me like that. Personal trainers can be cheap. You can find a fitness student on Craigslist that's willing to work your booty for 20 bucks an hour. You can also find personal trainers. I like that one. Back to our cassoulet. In a roasting pan, add 4 cups of low-sodium organic chicken stock, 2 cups of hand-crushed San Marzano tomatoes, 2 teaspoons of maple syrup, 2 yellow onions, sliced, 2 cloves of garlic, bloop, bloop, a sprig of fresh thyme, you could use dry, half a cup of fresh minced parsley, a bay leaf, and 2 cups of uncooked rinsed butter beans. Butter beans. Butter beans. And mix it up. Add our beautiful pan-seared turkey legs. Cover it up. And roast at 325 for 2 hours. Too easy. Whoo! Oh, yes. Let's plate this dish, huh? Now look at these butter beans, all plump with tomato, herbs, and turkey juice. Gonna grab me a leg, and bon appetit to me. The tender stewed turkey meat, these luscious beans, you can taste the garlic, the onion. With low-fat meals like this, you'll be wearing a unitard in no time. For dessert, we're making carrot cupcakes with a low-fat maple cream cheese frosting. Now, low-fat baking is a bitch. It's not like cooking where you can just cut the fat, add a bunch of big flavors, and call it dinner. No, 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 no. Baking is a science. You mess up one ingredient, and you know what happens? 2 cups of hand-grated baby carrots go down the toilet. Just like that. You know how long it takes to hand-grate baby carrots? I know all too well. That's why after a quick break, revenge will be sweet. Well, not too sweet there. It's a low-fat dessert. Welcome back to Bitchin' Bootycamp Extreme! Where we're making low-fat carrot cupcakes. Now show me a person who doesn't like fluffy carrot cupcakes, and I'm gonna show you a person who won't like this recipe. What are you gonna do? Preheat your oven to 350. And in a big bowl, grate 2.5 cups worth of carrots. Add 2 eggs, 1 egg white, half a cup of low-fat yogurt, about 1 or 2%, 1/3 cup of applesauce, 1/4 cup of raw sugar, the seeds of 1 vanilla bean, 1/3 cup of raisins, 1/2 cup of pumpkin seeds, not toasted. When you toast a nut, you lose all the nutrients. And 2 tablespoons of melted cocoa butter. This stuff smells amazing. Here's Hans to tell us more.
Miss G, you think that 1 gram of saturated fat is a gram of saturated fat. Wrong, not all saturated fats are created equal. A recent study from the University of Texas concluded that butter fats boost bad cholesterol, while cocoa butter, this stuff right here, barely raises cholesterol at all. Same goes for calorie counting. 1 calorie from sugar is not the same as a calorie from spinach. Ditto for carbs. 20 grams of carbs of whole grain rice ain't the same as 20 grams from jelly beans. Some of these low-calorie, low-carb, low-fat diets focus too much on the numbers and not enough on the health implications of the ingredients.
Me, Hans, I'm impressed. You really ripped this season, bro. On to our dry ingredients. In a bowl, add 1 cup of whole wheat flour, 1 cup of all-purpose flour, the old half and half, huh? A teaspoon of baking soda, a teaspoon and a half of baking powder, half a teaspoon of sea salt, whoop, and half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Not too much, just enough to give it a bit of flavor and not, you know how cinnamon does. Whisk. Now, we're gonna mix the dry ingredients with the wet ingredients and mix just until moist. Yeah, I know, it's hard not to overmix, eh? Me too, I wish that every molecule of flour was impregnated with juice. But step away, man. Just step away. Step back towards it, because we gotta scaff this in silicone muffin molds, huh? What I love about silicone is that it's naturally non-stick, so you don't have to grease them up. Done. Now bake for 25 minutes until a toothpick comes out clean. Time to make our low-fat cream cheese frosting. In a bowl, throw in 2 cups of low-fat cream cheese, half a cup of pulverized raw sugar. You want to pulverize some raw sugar, put it in a food processor, and pulverize. It's not rocket surgery, come on. A 1/4 cup of maple flakes. You can also use maple syrup if you want your icing to be all mushalied. Half a vanilla bean. And a pinch of frozen Deedles. Deedle, Deedle, just kidding. Should always use fresh Deedles, come on. Ooh, it's like a wild beast. Andale! That's how you show icing who's boss, my friend. Beedle-dee-deedle-dee-dee! I'm so excited. Our carrot cupcakes are ready, and the whole kitchen smells like Thai takeout. Freaking interns. Good stuff. Now let these cool in the molds for about 10-15 minutes before scaffing them on a cooling rack. Now let's ice these babies. Now sprinkle these with a small pinch of unsweetened shredded coconut, just a little bit, because coconut is pretty fatty. Now admire your creation. How cute is this thing, huh? He's so sweet. The moist carrot cupcake contrasted by crispy pumpkin seeds. And this icing, you taste the vanilla, the maple, tender coconut. And what could be more gratifying than a low-fat dessert that doesn't taste low-fat? I know. A compact jetpack. I, too, once longed for a compact jetpack. And then I thought about it. All nerdy looking like a baby backpack, constant refueling due to its meager size. Ah, for what? Just so you could soar in a minimalist way? It's not worth it, man. Think about it. Today we pummeled your muffin tops, throttled your beer gut, and bit you right in the cankle. You took a beating, bro. Stay down. And by down, I mean your body fat percentage. Look, it's not about being skinny, it's about feeling good in your skin. And these recipes will turbocharge you into fighting shape. Does that even make sense? Anyways, scoff like this, and I promise you'll see results. If you work out 4 days a week with a personal trainer. A la próxima!